Here we go, guys. Headed to Knoxville. Incredible Tiny Homes. Info at incredibletinyhomes.com. That's our email. Look at the cottage going down the road. Look here, guys. 10 by 24 cottage, Incredi Cottage. And here's the 8 by 20 Incredibox with the new panels. Let me pull out, and I'm following Tom and Randy. We're on Industrial Road. There's Incredible Tiny Homes right there, and Incredible Properties. Look at the palm trees. Look at our community. Oh my God, we're so happy. We're so excited. It's all coming together, guys. And here we go, headed to Knoxville. I'll keep you posted.
There she is. There's the Amanda. Look at her. We are in Knox County, and this is a friend of Angelic Ministries. We brought two incredible tiny homes. That's the original panel. That's the 2.0, and this is a big event they're having as a open house, and this is for their nonprofit to help guys coming out of prison and substance abuse, and then we're going to use our homes for a secondary independent living. And so they have bought several of our homes, and we brought the mayor's here and the county clerk's office is here. It's a big deal. I told Mandy to get up there.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
So there we go. We're going to talk to them a little bit later. Thought we'd bring you guys the news. This is a big deal for us to come to Knox County.
This is
They don't allow tiny homes. And with this new modular certification that the actual state has initiated, it's really helping us out.
Okay.
Oh, she's got her microphone on. You might be hearing you.
Oh, he's a talker.
Are you covering your microphone?
Yes, I'm trying to cover it. Well, you can come on now. Here, let me get the phone. I've got to get a picture with Kane because I'm
I'm going to interview you,
fan.
man. Interview Mr. Parker. Go ahead, interview Mr.
you
Parker.
Go ahead. You go right ahead.
I'm all sweaty and nasty.
Tell why we're here.
Oh, I just did.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Is it
good.
Angelic Ministries?
Angelic Ministries,
Here,
yep.
let me have you hold that, Parker.
Awesome. I'll hold
So
it.
Parker
Yep.
was at our New Year's Eve, January New Year's Eve party. His little girl was in there waving at the camera, helping us sell the giveaway the one house. So Parker,
That's right.
You're on the board here at Angelic
Yeah,
Ministries,
I'm
right?
board chair here at Angelic, and I'll just kind of get to the point. We looked all over the country. Affordable housing is it's a passion for us, for all of our guys, that when they get done with the recovery, they have to have hope coming out. And when they come out and it's $1,000, $1,500 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment, and then they got to have a car and they got to have all this other stuff, like that hope goes away. Yeah. And so they want it. It makes them want to use again. Just to be quite honest with you, and you're the only person that we found in the entire United States that is providing a solution. Is it the best solution? I don't know, but it's the only one that we've been able to find. And so that's why we are working so hard to get these approved here in Tennessee. Yeah. And so I don't know how much you want to say about that because it's not officially done yet.
I mentioned it earlier that the state has passed the legislature.
Yes.
And so it's there. It's only up to us to get qualified for it, which we put in all our bonds and all our paperwork, and it seemed like it's a pretty easy process. So we should be validated probably this coming week, I'm sure.
By the grace of God, we'll be able to get these. So the state has granted us a grant to buy 5 of these, and so we're going to put 5 of them here, and this is hopefully the pilot project. We're going to rezone the rest of this property, and we're going to be able to do a little tiny house community here. And so that's our vision, and it's only because of what you guys do and your willingness to build homes affordably. You and I have talked about this before. Mm-hmm. You don't have to sell these as cheap as you sell them. Okay, right. And you don't. I mean, that's just the reality, right? Because everybody else in the country, they build this stuff and they're twice the price. But because you've made that decision to do that, it's made it possible to where these things can be affordable. I mean, you have a community up in Newport that's proven that, and all it's going to take is showing more and more of these politicians and these decision makers that it's doable, and then doing it and then we can actually start to change some of this situation we're in the country.
Right.
And so all the all the people that watch your show, all it takes is one of them to decide that, hey, I'm just not going to put up with it long enough. And they do it in love and they do it out of respect. But the truth, the truth is I mean, that's what the Lord is. The Lord is truth, right? And so when you give the truth, when you show them what's possible, and they see this. I mean, the mayor was just in here. He was just walking around in here, and he was like, "This is nice." He's like, "I get it." He's like, "It's not for everybody." He said, "But this is better than living under a bridge. This is better than living in your car." We just had a tornado that hit Knoxville, and 219 people were evicted from their apartment, and they don't have a place to go. So
wow. I wish he could have went and seen this one too.
He's going to come back.
Okay,
he's going to come back.
Good. Do you need to get up there?
Yeah, we got a ribbon cutting, and I want you guys to come up. So yeah.
Good. Can we video anything?
Absolutely. You're free to video anything. I want everybody to see this, because I mean, this is something
this is a big deal.
Yes, this is a huge deal, and we can't do this alone, but we need people in every single city and every single community around the country doing this. And if they did that, we can start making a difference.
That's right.
Yep. I mean, we can't do this on our own, just like you can't,
Nope.
right?
No.
Strength in numbers.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Many hands make for easy work.
That's right.
10-4.
Let me grab your microphone right there, and we'll go on
Awesome.
up.
We'll
Thanks,
come up.
Parker.
We'll be right behind you. Yep.
And here's the house. I'm sure you showed that. There's the house that we brought just now. And this is one that Parker brought up of ours as well. All right.
And this one, Amanda decorated. We had it in Nashville, her and I. And so it's got solar panels. It's got a mini split running. It's no electricity hooked to it. And it's chilly in there. It's so good. Let me carry that for you.
No. We better get going because they're getting ready to start it.
Look, he's running.
They're getting ready to do the ribbon cutting. Now, did you tell we're in Knoxville? I'm
So
sure
we're
you
right.
said all
Yeah,
that.
we're in Knox County, which is outside the city limits, in a community called Karns. Karns.
This is your old stomping ground, ain't it?
Oh gosh, I used to do remodel work around here and hung sheetrock and run all over this place. Yeah.
Oh, this is great. We're gonna video the whole thing, so just bear with us. This is, as usual, raw footage that we do.
Yeah, and it's hot today.
And I have got to get a picture with Kane because he used to be a wrestler, and I love wrestling.
And he's the mayor of the county.
And he's the mayor. I love it. All right, let's go.
He was a WWE wrestler.
WWE.
Amanda was WW.
I wanted to be a wrestler so bad.
So this building.
This is great.
Is what has been built and dedicated to helping men out of prison
to transition
and substance abuse. Well, they stay in here first, and then they'll transition to the tiny homes.
To a tiny home. And right here, let me show the tiny homes. Let me get close in there. There they are. And the mayor's going to tour it after the ribbon cutting. This is exciting. Lots of people, a lot of officials here. Hey, how are you? I'm doing all right. Trying to stay cool.
When you find out, let me know.
I will let you know first thing.
I know everybody's saying it reminds me of an old Baptist homecoming.
It does.
And had a lot of funeral fans going on at that time, right? Hopefully none of them have your name on it, okay? I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us on a very, very special, it's a big deal to us. I think it's a big deal to our supporters, our donors. I think it's a big deal to our county. It's a big deal, the reason we're here today. It's a big deal to the guys that we serve. And I love it. And I thank you so much, every one of you, for coming today to our Zion's Ranch for Men up on this hill. It is an appointed place of refuge. That's what it means. That's what it is for these guys that are coming here through this place. But it's also good for people like me and people that serve here. It's a wonderful place to see the Lord's hand at work, to see what happens when people come together to see a change, a difference made in someone's life. Someone asked me today, what's the goal here? It's to see a change. It's to see a difference in a man's life, to see their family changed forever. It's not about a temporary fix. It's not about coming through these doors and then be revolving doors. It's about a permanent fix in their life. They don't have to chase a high anymore. They can come to this place and they found it. And everything is done for that purpose here today. My name is Tony Earl. I am the Executive Director of Angelic Ministries. And I count it a privilege to serve here in this place. I'm honored to have with us, introducing to you right now, our founder, Miss Betsy Frazier. I'm not asking her to speak. I do want her to stand. And would you stand and everybody just recognize... many years ago, 2002, when that started, and God spoke to her. If you listen to Bob Bell this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, you got a really good story as to how this place came into existence and what's happened through the years that brings us full speed to where we are today. And Betsy, with you and Mike supporting this all the way, your dream that you followed that, I want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for doing that, and may God bless you, and may many crowns, or many thorns, be, not thorns, many stones and jewels be in your crown today, as you have obeyed the Lord. That's what happens when I ad-lib a lot. It also is good to have with us our board chair, Brother Parker Bartholomew. We're glad for you being here today, and we appreciate all the work that you've done. Would you just give him a round of applause? Parker he does the things I don't like to do, and he loves to do them. And I appreciate him and the work that he does, the man of integrity that he is, but a man of resilience that does not just stop because there's a hurdle or there's a roadblock. I thank you for that, and I appreciate the way you did it with a godly spirit, and I thank you, and I appreciate you very much, my brother. Also, it is good to have with us our boarding directors, Joe and Brent Frazier. Where are you at? Will you just raise your hand? We are awfully glad to be with us today. Not because they were hired to be here, but because God called them to be here. And we are glad for that, and they're doing a wonderful job. We're all learning. I want to say to them and all of our staff, we're all in diapers when it comes to what we're doing around here, and we welcome mistakes from time to time, and we just move on. And we are so glad to be able to give permission to do that to one another. And may God bless you and all our staff. Danny, would you raise your hand? You and Donna, they're one of our respite couples that will be coming in on the weekends. And these respite folks, they're volunteers. They don't get paid. They pay something, but they don't get paid when they come to this place. And they up here with these guys on the weekend. Thank you so much for being willing to do that. And we've got other couples that have signed up to do that with us as well. And all of our volunteers and our donors that are with us today, all our friends and our families, and I count every one of you as my friend. I do. And we don't have to agree on everything to be friends. But I count you as my friend and my neighbor. And I hope and pray our co-workers and fellow laborers in this place, as we have one common thing in our mind, in our heart, and that is to see these lives change, to see this terrible pandemic, epidemic, whatever you want to call it, this blight on our society, to see it stopped. Amen. And that is our goal. So may God bless you for helping us in any way that you do that. I want to thank Bob Bell for being here this morning and getting us up very early to be on the radio at 6 o'clock in the morning, and to all my guys who did interviews this morning. Betsy, didn't they do a wonderful job? Every one of them. Would you just thank them? And of course, I want to thank our wonderful mayor, Glenn Jacobs. Thank you for coming. He's not only here today to do this with us, he's participated with us in some fundraisers. We have had conversations with him in these months and years, and thank you for your support, and not just Evangelical Ministries, but in what we do here. Thank you so much for that, and I appreciate the county and working with us, and all the commissioners and all those that are with us, anybody here from commissioners, city council, all of you, thank you for coming and be a part of this special time. We honor you, all of you, and we love you, and we do pray for you every day. And it doesn't matter to me which side that you sit on. It doesn't matter any of those things. We pray for you because the Lord teaches us to do that. And we honor you today. I don't want to forget also our wonderful general contractor that's here with us, Brandon Stooksbury. Thank you. It wouldn't be possible to be here to do this today without you. Thank you for your expertise and your help in this. at this time, I've asked one of our graduates, he read me something this morning. I said, now you've done it. Now you've got to read it to everybody. So I want him to come and just read this as a heart. It's a very short reading today. And then I want after that to ask Brother Glenn Jacobs to come. Mayor, would you come then and speak and then take us into the reason that we're all here today? Would you do that? All right, brother.
All right, it's called Hope. It's hard to see things grow old. The town in which I grew up is growing old. Some of the buildings are boarded up. Some of the houses are torn down. The old movie house where I took my dates has for sale on the marquee. I wish I could make it all new again. I wish I could blow off the dust off the streets, but I can't. I can't, but God can. He restores my soul, wrote the shepherd. God doesn't reform, he restores. He doesn't camouflage the old, he restores the new. The master builder will pull out the original plan and restore it. He will restore the fire, he will restore the energy, he will restore the hope, he will restore the soul. The applause of heaven.
Make welcome our Mayor, Glenn Jacobs.
Thank you all for being here. Before I begin, I would, even though Tony alluded to them, I would like to recognize the elected officials who are here. So we have Commissioner Richie Beeler from Knox County, feed, it's called the, I can't pronounce this, the Kobiesi letter. It's a financial newsletter. And they have some really great information about not only investments, but also housing, and specifically the cost of housing and the trends that we're seeing. So I'm going to read two tweets here. One, the monthly mortgage payment based on a median existing home is now at a record $2,322 per month. That's double the $1,200 peak seen in 2008. Keep in mind that amount, $2,322 per month, does not include taxes, insurance, or any other costs associated with buying a home. If you add in taxes and insurance, the median is now nearly $3,000 a month. That's $36,000 a year, or 51% of the median household pre-tax income. On a post-tax basis, the median new home buyer is spending close to 70% of their income on monthly payments. Buying a home is now a luxury. And then they write, as supply tightens and mortgage rates, interest rates rise, affordability is getting even worse. The median sales price of a home in the US is now 560% of the median household income. And we've seen that here in Knox County when we look at, this has been a few months back, but the latest figure I've seen is the median home price in Knox County is $425,000. That's for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Okay, remember when they were like $200,000 and we all thought that was too much? Well, they're 2.5 times that now. In 2008, that was 360% of median household income. This is the least affordable housing market in history. And as a result of that, there are other things that contribute to the problem that we've seen in our community of homelessness, such as addiction and mental health. But nevertheless, we just can't ignore the fact that houses are way too expensive. Our rents are at record highs. We have a 99% occupancy rate in Knox County for rentals. So you ain't gonna find anything to rent. And then when you factor in how expensive home prices are, it is just extremely hard for the average person to make it. Then you look at vulnerable populations, such as people coming out of jail, people in recovery. It becomes that much harder. Okay, you look at our recidivism rate, and it's through the roof. We have some folks working in that area, and that's wonderful. But again, one of the biggest issues is housing that people can afford. Now, there's only so much government can do. We get in the way a lot. Parker and I were talking just earlier about how some of the codes and zoning, that's not unique to Knox County, across the country, but how that contributes to higher housing prices. And we are addressing those things, and we'll be addressing those things even more. But nevertheless, owning a home, or at least having stable housing, It's part of the American dream. And that dream is dying, frankly. And it's an absolute travesty. So I am just so thrilled to be here today and just so happy. And my hat is off to everyone who is involved in this project. This is going to change the community. It's not only about the people that live here, but it's about community problems like addiction, like homelessness. And the way you tackle that is by all of us coming and working together. So just thank you all so very much for what you're doing here. My heart is full today. So thank you all so very much. And now I'm going to shut up. It's hot enough. You don't need a politician blowing a bunch of hot air. Let's cut a ribbon.
Betsy? Parker? Yeah.
Would the elected officials come up, please?
Yes, will the elected officials that are here, will they come forward, please? Also, Brent and Joe, and board members, please.
Board members,
I'm sorry, I'm going to
we got a long ribbon.
apologies.
You good? Come on in. Come on.
All right, is everybody in?
You ready?
All right.
All right.
1, 2, 3. So, want to thank you all for coming. The ranch is open for you all to walk around. It's air conditioned inside there. I also want to let you know Randy Jones is here with Incredible Tiny Homes. So phase 2 of this is permanent supportive housing, and there's 2 examples that are down the hill. These are tiny houses that hopefully by the grace of God will be modular certified in Tennessee. These will be the first modular certified tiny homes, and they will be here in Knox County on this site. You all can walk through them and see them. Those homes start out at, well, Randy, what's the starting price on some of those?
$17,500.
$17,500 for a home.
Yeah.
$17,500 for a home. That's not a monthly payment, that's a home. So please, while you're here, he brought him, he came down from Newport, he's Tennessee, he came down from Newport. So walk around, we have refreshments, it's open up, walk around, look at everything. Thank you all for coming so much, thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
So Randy is getting the house ready to take back. We're headed back to the shop, headed back to Newport. So he is raising it up and gonna hook the truck to it. And he's standing there with Parker. I'm not sure who the other gentleman is, but it went fantastic today. It was a ribbon cutting for the, I think it's called Angel Ministries, but I'll get the full name of it. But Parker was talking about it. And what a wonderful program. And I just met a wonderful lady named Vicky that I want to stay in touch with, and to see how we can help more and more with prisoners who get out of prison, and it's a transition for them to come to affordable housing, because there is none for them. There's no options for them, for people who are trying to straighten up their lives, trying to do better. And you know, people who are trying to do better and they're really trying to make a go of it, we need to have programs to help these people. And if Incredible Tiny Homes can be a part of that, we really want to do that. There's Vicky. Look how pretty she looks in that white dress. Lord of mercy, I love that dress. She just looks so nice. So pretty, lovely lady, knows Parker. They're good friends. Her office is beside of where Parker has a restaurant over there called The Burgers, is what she said the name of it was. So here in Knoxville. So anyway, want to go? Look, Parker is over there helping. He helps with anything that he can, even hooking up the truck. So thank you all for watching. Really think about helping your fellow person, people who are down and out, people who are, as people would call them, not desirable. They're not always clean and a good way of talking and a good way of life and everything. And that's the people that we need to be helping, because we never know what kind of shape we're going to be in. We never know what kind of shape our kids will be in, and we all need to help each other. We're on this planet to help and to serve, and we need to do that to the best of our ability. We really do. And I try to implement that in my life, and I instilled that in my children, and I hope my grandkids will do it. And in this company, we want Incredible Tiny Homes to be a help to people. I mean, we are a company that makes money, and this is how we make a living. But I'm telling you what, the more money we make and the more that we can do to help people, I want to do that. Randy wants to do that. So we're definitely united in that. So it is wonderful to be here today and meet people with the same like-mindedness. So it's really great. So thank you all for watching today. Bye. Here we go, heading home, back to Newport. Thank you, Knoxville. This was awesome. It was a great cause, everybody. Great cause.